Hello, everybody. My name is Jamon Lee. I'm the Community Engagement Manager. I'm one half of the mighty new Community Engagement Department at SFJAZZ. Welcome to everyone here. We're so glad that you all came. What else? Oh, community engagement is a, we're brand new, although, the work has actually been going on. We have to give a shout out to our education department, our school programs department. They've been doing wonderful work outside of the Jazz Center to bring jazz education to schools for at least 10 years, probably even more than that. I've been here 6, so I can attest to 6, but it's been far beyond that. So, we do a number of different things. We've got a ticket outreach program that we do with Oakland schools and San Francisco schools, not just the students, but families and teachers. We offer them the opportunity to come to the SFJAZZ Center to have an evening of beautiful music and appreciation for all the work that they do. And also to say thank you for the partnership that they've allowed us to have with them. I see Fina, who's like one of our best partners from Denman Middle School here in San Francisco. I wanted to shout her out because she's awesome. What else did I want to say? So at this point, I would love to pass it to my team member, the senior manager of community engagement here at SFJAZZ, Eric Greenfrost.
Thank you, Jamon. Let's give it up for Jamon. As Jamon said, my name is Eric Greenfrost. I am the new Senior Manager of Community Engagement for our new Community Engagement Department. Thank you. Yes, let's hear it for Community Engagement. How many of you are here at the SFJAZZ Center for your first time? First time ever? A couple. Welcome. Let's give a round for the first time. We're so glad to have you. How many of you here are a member of SFJAZZ? All right, a lot more. Let's give it up for our members. Without you, we would not exist. Thank you, members. But also thank you to the folks here for the first time. So as Jamon mentioned, community engagement has of course been something SFJAZZ has been doing for a long time, but now we have an official team whose sole focus is to make sure that we are engaging in that. And that both means having more folks feel welcome into our community here at the center and having more folks becoming part of a diverse audience. But it also means us moving past these 4 walls. So the open house here is an example of getting you all to come to us, but we want to come to you as well. So if you have a neighborhood association, a community association, somebody that you think would be a good partner with SFJAZZ, we want to talk to you. So definitely reach out to us. Jamon and I will be walking around, or you can email us at CE, that is for community engagement, ce@sfjazz.org, and we'd be happy to explore the possibilities. And you should be looking for SFJAZZ throughout San Francisco and throughout the East, North, and South Bay, because we're going to be doing a whole lot more in the upcoming years to make sure that we take the amazing programming that we do here at the center and take it out to the community. Thanks. It is our great pleasure now to announce the reason that we are all sitting here in this auditorium, an interview between our Chief Executive Officer, Greg Stern, and our new Executive Artistic Director, Terence Blanchard.
How about that? Our very mighty and fresh and new community engagement team. Thank you all for coming, and thank you to Chris Larson and Lena Lamb for making this possible with a generous gift. This is our inaugural open house, community open house, and we are thrilled that you are a part of it and that all the folks from Hayes Valley outside on the 2nd floor are also a part of it. So give yourselves a hand, actually, for being here. Thanks again to Jamon and to Eric, and a big SFJAZZ Hayes Valley welcome to the new Executive Artistic Director of SFJAZZ, Terence Blanchard.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm really excited to be here. It's an exciting moment in time in our history. I've always loved this organization. They've done a lot of great things, and we're going to do a lot of interesting things in the future, trust me.
So here we are. We're about to embark on our 11th season in the SFJAZZ Center, our 40th year as an organization. The organization is strong. Randall has built a tremendous organization, enviable really kind of around the world and throughout the United States. And here's this opportunity for a man of your talent, stature, and abilities coming in. What interested you in the job, and what do you want to do here?
Cash. No, I'm just.
Wait, we are a nonprofit, so.
No, I think the thing that really drew me to this organization is that, and I've been saying it every day, is that SF Jazz has never treated the music like a fossil. You know, too often in the jazz community, we've only dealt with our history and said that it was great and never really acknowledged the contributions of musicians who are doing great things even as we speak. But SF Jazz has always done that. And when presented with the opportunity, I kept thinking to myself, this is a moment in time where I could help broaden the profile of the organization and really take that idea further. Because it's not about one music versus the other. It's really about creating a space for musicians to develop their craft and allowing them to help us all to grow. One of the things that I've always loved as an educator is that you give students these tools to create compositions, and you show them how to take their ideas and develop them into bigger pieces of work. It's always blown me away what they come up with. So we don't have a shortage of talent or ideas. They just need a place to develop and help grow those ideas. And I've seen this organization do that. So I want to continue that tradition and also reach out further into the community to kind of deal with some of the kids who may have been a little intimidated about coming into the building. I want them to feel comfortable coming in here, but the thing that we have to do first is to reach out to them, to make them understand that we understand what it is they're going through, and we want to show them how much we love them by giving them access to these performers. It's the reason why it's the reason why I'm here. Somebody did that for me, so it's only smart or logical for me to reach out and do the same thing for other kids. The other thing that we want to do, I have this idea. Maybe should I speak on it now or just?
I don't know which one.
Okay, the cruise. Is that okay?
Sure, why not?
Okay, yeah. We don't know how we're going to do it. But I want to create a SFJAZZ Jazz Cruise. Well, that's a good thing. I'm glad there's a couple of tickets sold already. At least we could get a little dinghy to start with and go around the Alcatraz and come on back. No, but I think there are many things like that I want to do to help broaden the profile. I'm also very thankful to this organization because, man, during the pandemic, SF Jazz saved a lot of people's lives, I feel. The streaming of those concerts, trust me, created a lot of peace in my household, for damn sure. And I want to bring that to the world. I want to make sure that with the collective is out there doing their thing and representing the organization in a way that really will make us proud. They're already doing a lot of great things, but we need to make sure that we document them and make sure that people can access their music, not just hear them live, but actually go out and buy the physical product. So there's a bunch of things like that we've been talking about that I'm excited about.
So I want to ask you about bringing in new audiences and communities. You've told a story. For those who don't know, Terence is a prolific composer and also a composer of operas, and has had 2 operas premiere at the Metropolitan, at the Met in New York. I should point out that one of those actually appeared at SF Jazz before it was at the Met. But one of the stories that you've told me is about how you had the opportunity to bring in new audiences there, and both where you chose to stream operas in New York, but also how you did outreach. I was wondering if you could share that.
Yeah, it was an amazing thing to go to the Met. Peter Gelber's been a friend of mine from years ago, back when he was on Sony Records. We actually did 3 records together while he was the president of the company. And we remained friends while he was doing his thing at the Met. And when he decided to do Fire Shut Up in My Bones, one of the first things that he said was, you know, we have a live broadcast that we do in Times Square. And what we said was, well, if you're going to do it in Times Square, you got to do one in Harlem. And, and we got them to do a live broadcast in Harlem to a packed audience outside in the park. And it was just more of an indication of how there's underserved groups out here that are clamoring for attention and artistic endeavors to be a part of. And the thing that made me the most proud about going to the Met was how people showed up. People showed up in large numbers, and there were a lot of people who came up to me and said it was the first time that they had walked through the doors of the Met. And while that was very an emotional thing for me, it was also a very sad thing, because these people weren't young people, but they were people who loved the arts. And for me, to be a lover of the arts and not have gone through the doors at the Met was a travesty, right? But now all of that is turned around. And one of the things that I said to Peter, and it's the truth about my existence here, is that I don't want to be a token. There have been enough tokens. You know, I want to be a turnkey. Things have to turn and change. You know, so the cool thing about what Peter has done is that they've gone out and they're going to do Malcolm X the Opera. That's coming up pretty soon. And they're doing works from a diverse group of young composers, you know, and I think that's extremely important, because when my opera went to New Orleans, there was a gentleman who walked up to me afterwards, and this is the most important thing, and it applies to us as well, you know, because the music is struggling to find an audience, right? But that's because I love Puccini, but I'm a music nerd. I get it. You know, this guy walked up to me, and after he saw Champion, the opera, he said, man, if this is opera, I'd come. That was a big turning point for me, because he knew the fight, he knew who Emile Griffith was, he'd experienced it, and he saw himself on the stage. When we did Fire, every night, the thing that blew me away was we had a step show in the opera. That step show got a standing ovation every night. As a matter of fact, I used to make a joke with the guys in the dance company. I said, y'all got to hold that pose for a long time at the end. I know y'all gonna hydrate before y'all do that next time. But it was really beautiful to see people respond to seeing their culture on the stage. And we have to embrace all of that, because times are changing. You know, people are trying to turn back the hands of time, but as an arts organization, we can't follow that model. We have to be the leaders in showing people what to do. And the thing that's cool about SF Jazz, man, let me tell you something. When I interviewed for the job, it blew me away speaking to all of the young people that work in this organization. I didn't run into anybody who looked at this organization as a stepping stone or something else. Everybody here is committed to having a long-term career here. And that speaks a lot for what Randall had done in the past, and it's got me excited about where we're going to go in the future. Because trust me, they got great ideas. You know what I mean? I can't even deal with a fax machine, so I love having people around that could help me deal with technology and like just have a vision about things that we can experience that could expand the brand.
Thank you. So, coming back to the season that launches this Thursday, again, our 11th season in the building, one of the things that really differentiates SF Jazz and makes it unique from many other presenters is the Resident Artistic Director program. And this year, let's see if I can do it off the top of my head, we've got Julian Lodge, Howard Wiley, Brandy Younger, Kenny Barron, and Ravi Coltrane. So this is an opportunity for you to collaborate, to help shape their runs here. I wonder what you've been thinking about that.
I love that. I remember the first time I did one, man, it threw me for a loop. I'm like, you want me to do what? how many days? And nobody's ever asked me to do something where you try to do something different every night. And with the guys that we have in this program this year, they're all amazing musicians. I mean, Kenny Barron was my piano teacher at Rutgers University, you know what I mean? And he taught, Kenny was the type of dude, he went so fast, I had to record the lessons. I was like, bro, you got to slow down, you know? And then Ravi, man, listen, Julian, all of the guys, I can say a lot about all of them. They're all great musicians, and I think what makes this program interesting is that you get a chance to see a different side of them than most people don't get a chance to experience. You know, because normally what happens in our career, as you guys know, we put out an album and we go out and tour that album. And that's the music that you'll hear that year from that artist. But with this program, you'll hear that music plus other stuff that's on their mind. And the thing that I love about it, it allows the artist to show you how diverse their experiences can be. You know, because all too often we put people in a box. It's easy to put people in a box, right? But the thing that's cool about the Artist in Residence program is that we obliterate the box. We allow people to show us other things that they're interested in that they may not get a chance to do otherwise.
Excellent, thank you. So I just want to say a couple things and then I'll give you the last word. Again, we've got a season launching on Thursday. Prior to the official launch, we've got a phenomenal fado singer from Portugal, Kamene, on Wednesday. There are tickets available. I encourage you to check that out. We are launching with Lettucey at Davies. We are launching with Shakti on Saturday at Davies. And we've got Liz Wright for a 4-night run here. That is a show to see. I encourage you to check that out. Please pick up a catalog and figure out which shows are right for you and buy some tickets. If you're not a member, become a member. If you're not a member of SF Jazz at Home, the digital program, we've got tremendous plans in store for that as well, including not just live streams, but on demand, as well as all sorts of other content. So please check that out. And because most of you are from the neighborhood, I want to let you know that we are going to shift things up a little bit with the restaurant in order to generate business during shows and after shows. And that's going to be everything from an audio stream of the concert into the restaurant, as well as live music, as well as DJs, vinyl sides, interviews with musicians, things like that. So we're going to make B-Side more of a place to hang both during the show and after the show. So I hope you join us. Last thing I want to mention, along with all of these changes, we have just completed a strategic plan which will govern really where we're going, a blueprint for us for the next 3 to 5 years. That is available on our website. It has just been printed. You can also download it at sfjazz.org in the About section. And that'll share with you some of the priorities. A lot of the people in this room, many folks in the community, local musicians, other performing arts folks, as well as patrons, members, et cetera, really contributed to the formation of that plan. And I have to say, fortunately, because it would have been unfortunate if it worked out the other way, a lot of the ideas that Terence has been espousing are right in line with the strategic plan. So that's a good thing. So anyway, I want to hand it to you for the last word. Thank you all for coming again.
I mean, there's not much that I can add to that, to what Greg has said. You know, the organization itself is a phenomenal organization, you know, and it's so interesting for me to be here because when I got into this business, you would have not seen me be part of any organized jazz group whatsoever, you know, but like I said, I think this organization has shown the type of leadership to be the spear, the tip of the spear of the creative movement in the world of jazz. And not only jazz, but just how jazz influences music around the world. You know, I look forward to us continuing that. I think the stuff that we have planned for you, we have an immersive video system here that we have plans for. We have an immersive audio system here that we have plans for that you guys haven't experienced yet. We want to make sure that when you walk through the doors here, you experience something here that you don't experience any other place. And it's our job to make sure that we bring you the best entertainment possible, which has already been happening. You know, I've been amazed at some of the shows that I've seen here, some of the things that I've seen online, just on this stage. It just amazes me how this stage can transform into so many different musical expressions, right? That's been the beauty of SF Jazz, and I'm looking forward to continuing that. I want to thank the members who have been members, you know, because you guys have done a great job in like supporting a great organization. And for those of you who aren't members, get to work.
Thank you again for being part of the SF Jazz community and for coming today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
My name is Justin. I'm going to be taking you through the SF Jazz Open House. This is our community open house where we're highlighting each department of SF Jazz, organizational functions, and some of our favorite businesses from around the Hayes Valley community. Next we have a Community Music Center since 1921. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. My name is Deborah Rieger.
Okay, yeah, tell us a little bit about the organization.
It's been around since 1921. They recently celebrated their centennial, and right now we're looking to promote our jazz, which has got all kinds of gospel, ensembles, choral, and then there's also a Black Music Studies program. And Latin music, it just runs the gamut. There's youth, there's an adult choir, and they even have somebody in the adult choir that's 100 years old. So it's from little tiny to 100.
We're a conservatory music. We offer bachelor's degrees and master's degrees in music for students from all around the world. We have many free concerts that we offer people in the community, and we bring some of the best artists both as students and as professionals after they graduated to come perform here.
Okay, cool. Can you tell us about the RJAM program and what does RJAM stand for?
RJAM stands for Roots, Jazz, and American Music. It's our new jazz program at the conservatory. The students study directly with people who are from SF Jazz in the SF Jazz Collective. And they get to perform side by sides.
Got it. Shout out David Sanchez.
Yeah, David Sanchez is amazing. Everyone's amazing. Joshua Redmond's the artistic director. Jason Hainsworth is the executive director of the program. It's really wonderful.
So we're here with 826 Valencia. We're a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing free writing services and tutoring programs to under-resourced students in San Francisco. At the end of each program, students have the opportunity to have their work published in one of these books, or also in the form of our podcast, which you can find online on SoundCloud. We sell these publications in our stores, and all the proceeds from our store sales go right back toward our writing programs to support the students and the community.
We are the Arts Education Alliance of the Bay Area. Offer education and arts programming for everybody, teachers, youth, families, community members.
So this is these are two members of our Devo squad. I need both of y'all to tell us why people should become an SF Jazz member today.
Well, you enjoy all kinds of benefits. You have discount tickets, membership events.
I think just joining the SF Jazz community and helping arts organizations in San Francisco.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, thanks, y'all. Can you tell us one thing that's impactful about your job and the work you do at SF Jazz?
I keep track of so much information that keeps everything running, from ensuring that all the contracts are completed and we have all the signed paperwork so that the shows can go off without any problems or potential legal repercussions.
And so what's meaningful for you personally?
I like being a part of work that has a very clear end result that I and others can enjoy, and it makes me feel a part of this community.
I love the ability to work at a space where community is welcomed and we all come together over a common cause.
Taking you through SF Jazz backstage. It's the green room. Shout out Marshall Lamb, doing all the press for SF Jazz. If you heard about SF Jazz, it's probably because of that man. And yeah, so one cool thing about the green rooms, you know, they're all named after certain artists like Joshua Redmond, Lester Young green room. Actually, something that's really cool. Check out this OG photograph of Lester Young's bandstand setup. This run is really sweet. You see all these visuals right here? This is our immersive system. So
We'll go show off.
yeah,
Don't we go show off?
you want to tell them about the immersive system a little bit?
Well, right now it's set up to react to people being on stage, so like it sort of abstracts the image of whoever's on stage. So check it out.
Oh, so you check that camera. It's doing a live visual feed.
Right there.
Scott, how many years have you been photoing SFJAZZ events?
Since 2004.
2004. All right. So I know this is like a loaded question, but if you had to choose like one or two performances that you've seen that have really stood out to you over the years, what do you think it would be?
When they did the TERRACE concert with Kermit Ruffins and Wendell Pierce, that was a good one.
Skylar, can you talk about a little bit about how SFJAZZ has impacted your life?
Oh my God, SFJAZZ has like literally changed my life. Specifically the high school all-star program. The year I got in pure luck. Rebecca saw me. She was like, "Oh my God, this is a tiny 8th grader. Let's just throw her in the band. We already have 5 trumpet players. Let's just throw another one in." And like that was right before COVID hit. If I hadn't joined the band, if Rebecca hadn't been so kind and gracious as to see me, who was trying to play this music, and obviously I was like very inexperienced, very not that good. If she didn't take a chance on me that year, I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I am today. And I wouldn't be wanting to pursue this as a career, because honestly that year changed my life. And I can speak on behalf of many other people. It changed theirs too. And I really think SFJAZZ's education program it's like an amazing initiative. It's one of the best.
Thank you very much for everybody who's joined this live stream. We really, really appreciate all of the support. If you want more information about SFJAZZ's digital initiatives, visit sfjazz.org/@home. We'll see you for the next live stream, and hopefully we'll see you in person at the SFJAZZ Center in San Francisco.